In the depths of a forgotten land, where time itself seems to have lost its way, there lies a castle shrouded in mystery and darkness. As the mist parts, revealing its crumbling towers and weathered walls, a whisper carries on the wind, inviting the brave and foolish alike to uncover its secrets. Our story begins with an intrepid explorer, drawn to the castle's enigmatic allure. Armed with nothing but a flickering lantern and an insatiable curiosity, he approaches the imposing iron gates. As if sensing his presence, they creak open of their own accord, beckoning him into the unknown. With each cautious step, the explorer ventures deeper into the heart of the forgotten castle. The air grows thick with dust and the weight of untold histories. Endless corridors stretch before him, their walls adorned with grim portraits whose eyes seem to follow his every move. In the grand hall, once a place of revelry and opulence, now lies a tomb of memories. Cobwebs drape from ornate chandeliers, swaying gently as if touched by unseen hands. The explorer's lantern casts dancing shadows across the floor, revealing intricate patterns worn away by centuries of neglect. He marvels at the remnants of a bygone era, each room a testament to the castle's former glory. But as he delves further into its depths, an unsettling feeling begins to creep over him. Descending into the dungeon, the air grows colder, and the shadows seem to writhe with a life of their own. The explorer's breath catches in his throat as he hears his name whispered through the ancient stones. It's impossible, he thinks, yet the whispers grow louder, more insistent with each passing moment. Heart pounding, he races back to the upper levels, seeking refuge in the throne room. But as he bursts through the heavy wooden doors, he finds himself face to face with a sight that defies explanation. There, upon the tarnished throne, sits a ghostly king, his translucent form shimmering in the dim light. The spectral monarch fixes the explorer with a hollow gaze, and all around, suits of armor begin to tremble and shake, as if their long-dead occupants are struggling to awaken. Panic sets in, and the explorer flees through twisting corridors that seem to shift and change with each turn. Staircases lead to nowhere, windows open onto solid walls, and doors refuse to budge no matter how desperately he pulls at their handles. The castle has become a labyrinth, toying with its prey before delivering the final blow. In his frantic flight, the explorer stumbles into a chamber unlike any other. Mirrors line every surface, reflecting his terrified visage 1,000 times over. But as he watches in horror, his reflections begin to move of their own accord. One by one, they step out of their glassy prisons, surrounding him in a circle of his own face, twisted into grotesque expressions of malice and hunger. The lantern flickers once, twice, and then dies, plunging the room into impenetrable darkness. The explorer's scream echoes through the halls of the forgotten castle, but there is no one left to hear it. In an instant, he is gone, swallowed by the very shadows he sought to illuminate. The mist settles once more, obscuring the ancient structure from view. But on the wind, a final whisper can be heard, a warning to all who might follow in the explorer's ill-fated footsteps. Those who enter will never escape. The forgotten castle remembers every soul, and so the castle stands, a silent sentinel guarding its terrible secrets. It waits patiently for the next curious traveler, the next brave fool who dares to challenge its power. For in the forgotten castle, time has no meaning, and the boundary between the living and the dead is as thin as a whisper on the wind. Years pass, and rumors of the castle's curse spread throughout the land. Some dismiss it as mere legend, while others swear they've seen lights flickering in its abandoned windows on moonless nights. Brave adventurers and thrill-seekers occasionally venture near its grounds, but none have ever returned to tell their tales. Local villagers warn their children to stay far away from the cursed place, spinning yarns of the ghostly king and his army of possessed armor. They say that on certain nights, When the wind howls just right, you can hear the anguished cries of those trapped within its walls, begging for release from their eternal torment. Scholars and mystics alike have attempted to unravel the mystery of the forgotten castle, poring over ancient texts and conducting elaborate rituals in hopes of breaking its power. But the castle guards its secrets jealously, and those who delve too deeply into its history often find themselves drawn inexorably towards its gates, as if pulled by an unseen force. Some say the castle was once the seat of a powerful sorcerer king who made a pact with dark forces to achieve immortality. Others claim it's a gateway to another realm, a place where the laws of reality no longer apply. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: the Forgotten Castle is a place of power, a nexus of the supernatural that defies explanation. As our story comes to an end, we leave you with a final warning. Should you ever find yourself lost in a misty forest and come across an ancient castle with iron gates that open of their own accord, remember the fate of our ill-fated explorer. For once you cross the threshold of the Forgotten Castle, you become a part of its eternal story, another soul added to its ever-growing collection. The castle waits, patient and unyielding, ready to claim its next victim. Will you be the one to uncover its secrets, or will you become just another whisper in its haunted halls? The choice, dear listener, is yours. But remember, in the Forgotten Castle, choices have consequences that echo through eternity. As the mist swirls and the shadows lengthen, we bid you farewell. May your steps never lead you to the Forgotten Castle's door, and may you heed the warnings of those who came before. For in this world of mystery and darkness, some secrets are best left forgotten, and some castles are best left unexplored.